Most men have low self-esteem because they don't get enough attention, and that's simple as that. Most men will not admit to what I just said. They will say, "Well, who needs attention? You need attention." That's how come you have low self-esteem if you don't get enough. Or not if you don't get enough. That's how come you have low self-esteem because you don't get enough. Men don't get approached. They have to approach women, and oftentimes they are being denied. They're being denied of attention. Women do not want them, and they feel depressed. This is something that men do not want to agree to because of their ego. Men like to hide behind the facade of ego, macho. You're so macho, but your ass cries in the bathroom when you go and take shower because of rejection. If only men were honest and accept the fact that they get rejected a lot, and accept the fact that they don't get enough attention from women, and accept the fact that women are the prize, the world would have been or become a better place. But because of the male ego, they like to, glorify themselves and hide behind mask, though they are hurting. Okay, a man will come to you right now and you reject him, he's going to laugh. Ha ha ha, she wasn't even beautiful to start with. I'm like, hold on. If she wasn't beautiful to start with, what was your intention of approaching her? Why are you lying to yourself? Most men are by nature known to lie to themselves, and I don't get it. I'm like, why? You need to come true. Oh, I cannot be vulnerable because I am a man. I am supposed to lead. The leader and they always say I'm supposed to lead. Have they ever talked about providers? You don't just lead, you provide, my dear. If you want to become a leader, have you thought of provider? Because that is the key word you're missing. A leader and a what? And a provider. Don't forget that part. Because you only know how to lead because your ego is like in the way. Provide, my dear. How about that? Let me see you provide. Women like providers. Let me see you do that. Now, this is it. When men hide behind the facade, men have low self-esteem, by the way. If this is news to you, because you barely get to hear that men have low self-esteem. Low self-esteem or being vulnerable is attributed to women. But there is one gender that is being left out, or maybe that is hiding from this topic. Is men. Men need, how you call it? I think they need to accept or acknowledge the fact that they are as vulnerable, if not more sensitive than women. Some women out there are stronger than those men out there. Believe me, mentally. Do you understand? Mental strength. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about be a woman becoming a provider in the household. A woman providing for a broke ass man. A woman providing because and because. No. I'm talking about mental strength, by the way. I'm talking about the brain matter. The dura matter and the arachnoid matter and the pia matter. The brain as a whole. The left and the right hemisphere of the brain, my dear. How about that? That matter. The brain. Because I hate it. I hate this when men try to attribute a woman strength to heavy lifting. Heavy lifting, not gym, not like me. Of course, just look at me. I lift heavy. Bring it, the heavier the better. I'm not talking about lifting heavy at the gym, okay? LOL. I am talking about using your brain. Women using their what? Brain. They're smarter and stronger than most men. And men do not want to acknowledge that. No, I am so martial. No woman can be stronger and smarter than me. No, I am the man. But yet you're fragile. I don't know when men are going to realize that they are fragile as women, if not even fragile than women. I don't know when. If women can push out a 10-pound baby out of the pelvis, is it no, uterus? What is a pelvis? What the heck, uterus, pelvis? If women can do that, I'm just here to say, who are you, my dear, to say you're stronger than women? This is the debate that we will never agree. We will disagree to agree. Who is the prize? Who is the prize? The men, the kingdom of men, they are going to say that they are the prize. And the queendom of women, we are going to say we are the prize. But I, Rose, is here to say that women shall always remain the prize. And I'm going to justify my stance. This is why women are going to remain the prize and forever. They gave birth to those men that think they're the prize. If someone can give birth to you, how can you be the prize? You cannot compete or debunk this. You cannot be the prize. The second reason, my dear, is because your ass cannot live without a woman. Women can live without men, with few exceptions. Women can live without men, by the way. A woman can live her happily ever without a man. That's how come some women are deciding to embrace the single life. They are living the single life. Do you know there is statistics out there that found that unmarried and childless and single women live longer than married women? All right. Why aren't married women living longer than their counterpart, single women? It's because there's a man involved in the equation. I'm not making this up. You know statistics can be biased. Maybe you say, Rose, you only read the statistics that favor women, so you are biased. How about the statistic that stated, well, since I'm going to be unbiased here, there is a statistic that stated married men, on the contrary, live longer than single men. So marriage benefits men more than women. But yet there are some red pill rhetoric out here that says women are begging for marriage. I am not going to marry you. But statistically, if you marry a woman, you get to live longer. I don't understand this. How come? Tell me how come. You tell me. Because I don't know that's how come I'm saying how come. Married women do not live longer than their counterpart, single women and childless. But married men live longer. It's comfort of banging every night, if they are lucky enough to have a woman that will allow them to bang them every night. Because sex doesn't benefit marriage. Married men, I'm sorry. Marriage doesn't benefit men sexually. That's the truth. They don't get to bang, but the comfort is what is keeping them living longer than their single men. Do you understand? Yeah, the comfort of being married. I get the benefit of knowing that there's someone that cares about them, someone to take care of them when they get old, because there's also statistics out there that stated that when men get older, their wives are more likely to take care of them than when a wife gets older. Her husband is less likely to take care of her because her ass is busy taking care of him. Why wouldn't he live longer? Yeah. We can pick and choose statistics that work for us. I just did. I picked one that worked for women, and I just picked one that worked for men. Now you won't say I am biased. No, I cannot be. Okay? The writing is on the wall. Marriage benefits men, than women. But yet they're here saying that women are begging for marriage. They're fragile, they're vulnerable, but they don't want to show their vulnerability. They're Marshall, you're Iron Man, aren't you? Captain America. Maybe you are tall. The action figures. Heroes. You are the hero. My brother from another mother. Yeah. I don't want to laugh because this matter is serious. It's not a laughing matter. Men are fragile. They don't accept rejection lightly. They don't want to accept that fact that they are fragile and they could be fragile than women. They don't want to accept that. What? I am a man. How can I be fragile? Men have low self-esteem, but they don't want to agree to that. Delusion is real when it comes to men. Men are delusional, but only few are going to accept that they are delusional. They are more likely to say that you, women, you guys are delusional because you want this, you want that, you want a lot from us. We want a lot from us. I mean, from you guys. Why wouldn't we? We're sacrificing a lot for you. If you marry us, you are going to extend your lifespan. And we are going to shorten ours. So we're sacrificing more for you behind than we are sacrificing for ourselves. And the smartest women in Babylon have decided not to get married. They have every right because you guys are unbearable to live with. You men, sometimes, not all, okay, sometimes you are unbearable to live with. Not all men. Okay, don't come for my behind. I don't like to generalize, my point of views. But there's one thing I know about men. If you want to find out how vulnerable men are, be a third party looking into his life, meaning without judgment. If a man knows that you are not going to judge him, that's when you get to know him the best. He is going to be so vulnerable to you, and you should appreciate that because that's the best way to get to know them on the deeper level. The only time you get to know a man on a deeper level is when he is vulnerable with you. If he doesn't get vulnerable, how are you going to know him? He's telling you he's okay, and you know he's not. But he keeps telling you, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I said I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. He's going to cry in the bathroom. They like to hide and cry. They're too proudful to cry in front of you, a woman. I say, I can make a man cry for you. Break his heart. You want to see a grown man crawl? Break his heart. This is not a good advice, but I'm saying if you badly want to see it, break his heart. He's going to cry like a baby. He's going to call his mom, Mama, Mama, please come save me. Be vulnerable. Women like vulnerable men. If you're vulnerable, you cry in front of a woman, for me, I think it's more of a flex because you're accepting your feminine part. Meaning you are made of both masculine and feminine. You are accepting the feminine aspect of you. It's so amazing to see a man cry. I know some will say, Rose, you are delusional times 10. I get it. A man being vulnerable is so amazing because you rarely see it. I appreciate that. Again, Uncommon Theories, Uncommon Answer. My name is Rose, and I shall always remain the Rose that you know. Thank you.